Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Engine K5 program. I'm so excited you are here to watch and learn more of who we are and what we do within this program. We are going to start with a quote from a current parent because we really believe it encapsulates who we are and what we believe in. Kalina Anderson, a current parent, said, "My student is one of those kids who doesn't fit in the typical school experience box. This program has far exceeded our expectations. This program sees individual needs and gives our family options where our child can learn and thrive. We could not be any more thankful." We really love this quote because one of the big things we believe in is meeting individual students and families' needs by providing flexible learning options. So who would be a good fit for our program? Our program fits a variety of families and various learning needs. Some of these include a family who wants a homeschool experience but doesn't want to be the primary educator. Let our certificated staff do the heavy lifting for you. Maybe you're a family who wants to test out alternative learning, but it's new to you and you want to know that you could return to a traditional model with a very easy transition. Because we follow the traditional buildings curriculum, this would be a great choice for you. Maybe you're a family who hasn't had success in a traditional classroom or previous homeschool model. We could help you in this program. Maybe you're a family who wanted to do a virtual program, but you really want to make sure that your student has learning opportunities in person and time to socialize with peers. We have in-person learning opportunities where your child can get to know others and still interact and have social experiences. Any other type of unforeseen circumstances, athletic commitments, health concerns, extracurricular activities, anyone who needs flexibility in their schedule is someone who could be really great in this program, but we will still continue to support you and have accountability through our staff. You would also be a great fit if you are a family who knows you can supervise at-home learning and support students as more than just a parent, but also a learning coach. So how are we different than other homeschool learning models? The biggest difference between our programs and others is the way that instruction is delivered. In our program, the parent is not the primary educator. Your student will be taught by a certificated Mead teacher. This teacher will choose curriculum, supplemental resources, various online programs, teach your student on Zoom, recorded videos, and in person. Your child will have access to different learning opportunities at our Learning Hub and can access different tutoring and social time with their peers and teachers. So instead of the parent doing the heavy lifting with minimal support from a staff member, this program has the staff member at the center of your child's learning. One of the biggest pillars of our program is flexibility. We currently offer 2 different tracks for families and students, as well as the option to move very fluidly within these different tracks. So track 1 provides the most flexibility. It's a lot like homeschooling, but without the curriculum planning from the parent. The students work independently at home on their own time to finish all of their tasks, and then are only required to check in with their instructor once a week. But maybe your family wants more support than that. That's when you would access track 2. This track provides the most accountability and teacher support. Students meet with their teachers and peers via Zoom for learning, starting at about 9 in the morning until noon, 4 days a week. This is where they receive live instruction for specific content areas, time to socialize with their peers, and get different work done. However, both tracks have access to different skills-based pencil paper materials, so they're not constantly on their computer, online classroom activities and learning targets for the week, assessments, accountability, and access to tutoring, time to socialize with their peers, and time to go in person at the Learning Hub and do a tech lab by different choices. Let's look at a little bit deeper what these different tracks look like. So here's a sample schedule for track 1. This is the more flexible, independent learning model. So instead of being live with a teacher on Zoom, the student would have a daily checklist. They would need to watch their reading lesson with a recorded video and complete their activity. They would do the same for writing and math and all other content areas. They would complete all of their independent work time tasks on various online programs and through different resources. They are required to check in with their teacher once a week just to let them know how things are going, interact with someone, and have some accountability. They also still have access to attend tutoring as needed and the various in-person opportunities that we have at the Learning Hub. On Fridays, no matter what path that you choose, there is time to finish all weekly assessments and check-ins, catch up on missing work, exchange packet material and different learning accessibility, check feedback from their teacher, and interact with their peers. Sample track 2 is where the student has more teacher-supported learning. This is going to look a lot more like a traditional model of school, just at home on your computer. So you would start at 9-10 in the morning and meet with your friends and teacher on Zoom, have some social time in a morning meeting. Then they would receive their lesson live with the teacher and have some work time. We always plan in scheduled breaks. They would have writing time, check in with their teachers, lunch break. Then they would do the remainder of their afternoon off of the screen with a teacher, but they may have tutoring time, in-person opportunities, and then get access to their teacher through different means. Like we mentioned in the previous track, Fridays when they finish their assessments and check-ins, catch up on missing work, exchange their materials, and get some feedback from their teacher. The really amazing thing about these tracks is you can move fluidly between them. You could do one day on the more teacher-supported learning path and one day on the more flexible path. You could do a week on the flexible path and a week on the teacher-led path. Whatever you need to help your student be more successful is what we are going to support you in and help you achieve. Now, how do we meet the needs of your different students? Well, we believe in skills-based grouping as the best way to deliver appropriate instruction at exactly the level that your student needs. This will help them feel both confident and successful during the school day with us. We deliver instruction in a variety of ways, within small groups, one-on-one support, and large group activities. This program has access to various online programs that the students can move through at their own pace to fit their exact learning need, whether that be extra support or extra extension. We also support students with IEPs and 504 plans through different in-house teachers and a child's neighborhood school. One of the most exciting and most enjoyed parts of our program is the in-person learning opportunities we provide. While at the Learning Hub, your child can interact with peers and teachers to increase their socialization, as well as receive really great instructional support in some unique ways. Students in our program have access to a large Lego lab and virtual reality goggles and experiences. There's also many other enriching activities that we do at the Learning Hub, but these unique learning activities that are structured strictly for our program help students engage and explore learning in a really fun and creative way. A student in our program is not just supported by a parent at home or one teacher in the classroom like you might see in different programs or a traditional model. In the Engine K-5 program, your student is surrounded by love and support from a various number of teachers, family learning coaches, and administrative support staff who are all there to help your student be the most successful they can be during the school year. So what is a teacher responsible for in this program? Let's really break it down. The teacher is going to do all the heavy lifting for you. The teachers will pick curriculum, different instructional materials. They will provide the in-person lessons, virtual lessons, recorded videos. They are the ones who are going to monitor your students' progress, assess them, and offer different enrichment activities, as well as communicate how your student is doing. What does the parent learning coach do? Learning coaches hold a really, really critical part of our program. While the teachers do the heavy lifting, a child simply could not be successful without the support of a learning coach at home. These coaches or parents are going to help students be on time to their various activities, pick up their needed learning materials, help your students stay organized and on task, check their daily progress in work completion and understanding, but most importantly, really support and encourage their learner. Now, in a traditional model, a parent isn't expected to offer very much support. We say about 5%, and the teacher and the school does about 95%. Because the Engine K-5 elementary program is a homeschool model, this parent is going to be asked to do a bit more, as mentioned before. You are going to do about 40% of the work at home, while the teacher still takes the majority at 60%. The biggest support that we need learning coaches to offer is just checking that their child is staying on task and being their most successful. So what would a child in our program do? Well, a student is going to work daily to complete paper pencil activities, online work. They're going to join Zoom meetings and tutoring when wanted or required. They're going to socialize and build relationships with their peers and teachers through Zoom time, in-person learning, and other enrichment activities. What are the benefits of this program? We figured one of the best ways to let you see what is really great about our program and what is going well is to check in with the students and parents who are actually attending it. So here's what our students have to say. They have a lot of friends in this school, even more so than a traditional model or other homeschool programs. Their work is right in the middle. It's not too easy. It's not too hard. They just feel like they're being challenged exactly enough. Their teacher helps them get their work done, and they like that half the day is independent and half the day is with their teacher. They like to talk to their friends on Zoom to get to know them better. It makes them feel good. Their teachers are nice, some of the best they've ever had. And their teachers offer them a lot of support. When they say they need help, they get signed up for help with the Learning Hub. That time really gives them the hints that helps them to make them be successful. What do the parents have to say? They are overwhelmed by the compassion, support, flexibility, and love this program gives. Their children are growing. They've learned so much within our program, even in some cases more than a traditional school. They're so happy. Our students are loving all of it, and they feel like the teachers have made it incredibly smooth. They think that expectations are known and technology has been a breeze. They didn't love other programs they've tried, so now that they have a new program, they're super thankful they have found something that works for their family. Their students are adjusting well and enjoy their time in the Zoom classroom. The daily schedule and links are very helpful and allow them to be really independent. Their teachers communicate well with both children and parents and respond promptly to questions. The teachers are outstanding. They've learned from patience, grace, organization, and flexibility. They're really grateful they have the opportunity to have their daughter or son learn from home. They're excited about being a part of their learning every day. Their children get to be in charge of their own learning and don't need excess amount of help, just the slight support that a learning coach will provide. So, if this program sounds like a fit for your family, something you'd be interested in, what are the next steps you could take to learn more and possibly join us? Well, families would complete an informal Mead Learning Options survey, which will help lead the students seeking a non-traditional path to one of our programs. You can find this by clicking Enroll on our MLO website. If you are specifically interested in the Engine K-5 program after hearing about others, you will complete an intake form to rate your student and family for potential readiness in the program, and then have the opportunity to participate in an interview with our administrator to learn more about our program and see what it would be to join us. After completing the interview, if students are accepted, they will go through a teacher orientation with their parent to help them be successful even prior to starting their first day of school. If you have any other questions or would like more information about our program, you can fill out an interest survey on our website or reach out to our principal, Nick Edwards. Thank you so much for watching and learning more about the Engine K-5 program. We hope to support you and your family soon.